and see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Kyle, new show today and yesterday.
Yeah.
How you feeling? You going to have the same energy for us? Are you going to bring it for us?
Come on now, man. When this little light at the bottom of our mic turns on, y'all know I turn up. That's what I do.
All right, we'll be the judges of that. Super Bowl 50 runner-up, Brad Nortman, in your feels?
In my feels?
I don't know. Watching all these other teams getting close to winning the ultimate goal that you never did.
Yeah. When I see the other teams lose, I re-experience all the heartbreak. What do you guys think about this? So Josh in Heartland, friend of the show, he was at the 3rd Street Market Hall. I said hey to him as I walked in, and he introduced me to his friends there. You know how he introduced me? He said, "Hey, this is Brad Nortman. He lost in the state championship. He lost in 2 Rose Bowls, and he lost in the Super Bowl."
Dang, he forgot the AFC Championship game with the Jaguars.
Dang, Josh, that's how it's going to be?
I've branded you pretty good as a loser.
Yeah, and branded I have been.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Just
at least you made it.
Yeah. And then he said, aspiring vocalist. And he's like, nah. It's like, damn, Josh.
Yeah, not only can you not sing, but you haven't had a voice for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm fighting something off.
What do you mean something? You're fighting. This is the longest bug of all time.
Good news, KBN Nation.
Uh-oh.
My voice sounds normal in the morning.
That's bad news for KBN Nation.
But it's slowly creeping up. So sooner or later, maybe the 2 to 3 hour, I'll sound normal, and then at 3 it'll go bad. We're creeping away the voice.
Well, you just sound bad right now, so it's not good news for anybody.
Yeah, you didn't make me feel any better.
Wait, okay. So y'all more concerned about his voice. I'm more concerned about the fact that he says he has this thing going. He don't know what it is. He could be passing it to.
You guys sound great. You guys would have it by now.
I got a little scratch in my throat now.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle's got 2 shows to do now. So
It'd be double
You're going to
damage.
need tea in between noon to 1 on 107 The Truth, and then us.
I got a good voice.
You know what's good news about Truth to Power?
Truth to Power, Kyle Wallace on award-winning 1017 The Truth. Yes, sir.
I think it will take the attention off me on Mr. Relevant days because Kyle has a different show he's paying attention to every day, 5 days a week.
So more work for Brad and myself.
And so, Ben, if there's a day that Kyle seems off, are you going to get after him?
Hell yeah, I'm getting it after him.
Okay.
If it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and he set the precedent. He said when that little red light turns on, you know I bring it. So
come on now.
Okay.
If you don't bring it,
and you hold me accountable.
For sure.
I just better see the same thing for Kyle.
Please do. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be ready. I'm always ready when the lights come on.
his voice got. I'm gonna be ready.
Because one thing about me,
do you believe people when their voice gets higher?
Yeah,
I'm the problem.
You should. I don't take no
Maybe
days
I'm the
off, no sick
problem.
day. Well, very rarely take days off. But even when I'm sick, I fight through.
Well, here's the thing, folks. I am kind of sad. Like yesterday, I was stewing some stuff up in the brain, and
Did you just refer to us as folks?
Everybody's folks right now. All you folks out there.
Here's the thing, folks.
All right. I'll get right to it. With all of the news, all of the games going on in the NFL divisional weekend, right? You saw the games. We saw the results. We see Ben Johnson has signed as the offensive coordinator from the Lions to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears. There's been a lot of movement. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, rumored to likely get a job. I think it's kind of trending towards the Jets right now. Nothing confirmed. We'll keep everyone apprised on that. Caleb Williams, Strofe, I think you have all 3 of us on the record.
Caleb Williams sucks.
Caleb Williams sucks. Ha!
Caleb Williams sucks. Ha!
He has a new head coach and an offensive coordinator that took the league by storm. Now, you can make fun of the Jamison Williams play in which he threw an interception to end their chances against the Washington Commanders, but he is the guy that the Bears wanted and the Bears got him. The Vikings showed that in the last 2-3 weeks, if you find a way to get pressure on Sam Darnold, he's going to be the Sam Darnold of old. So when I look at everything that's happened around the NFL playoffs, and now specifically for the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love need to take a step up. They have to be elite. They have to be elite. You know why? Because I think everything's back for the taking. Now, let's start with the Lions here. Dan Campbell, great culture guy. Brad, what do you talk about head coaches? There's culture guys, there's scheme guys. We know Dan Campbell is a what?
He's a culture guy.
He can build the morale and the team around him. Now, if he loses an offensive coordinator like he has in Ben Johnson, and if Aaron Glenn, their defensive coordinator, takes another job, that's going to be change. They're going to look different. They may still be a good team, but I'm not as scared of them with those two pieces being gone. The Vikings, I think we all kind of like, they have this run. It was fun and it was endearing. They're going to come back to earth. And Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator of the Vikings, is also looking at head coaching jobs. Now, the Bears, Ben Johnson. Great, wonderful, cool story. Guess who their quarterback is? Caleb Williams. Ultimately, the Bears are the Bears until they are not the Bears. Ben Johnson needs to overcome the organization of the Bears. Those are the other three teams outside of the NFC North. The Packers, the team of sustainability, the team that has Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur coming back after a weird year, right? Injuries, never hit their stride. It is for the Packers taking right now. Goody needs to go, I said it last week, he needs to get outside his comfort zone. He needs to do some things to bolster up this roster, not just continue to pick guys and, here we go, we're going to get young, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. There's an opportunity to take back the North and take the reins, not even of the North, but be like a true competitor of the NFC, because the Lions have to take a step back. They have to with the losses that they had at those two key coordinating positions. The Bears are the Bears, and the Vikings are kind of showing that they had some fraudulent tendencies. The Packers have made back-to-back playoffs and allegedly have a quarterback that can take them to the next level and a head coach that everyone believes in. It is a monster year for the Green Bay Packers because I truly believe they have this landscape of NFL freedom to take the North and go back to being the Packers that we all believe that they can be, but they have to do something about it. They have to take a step forward from last year. The losing to bad teams losing to good teams, it's for them. It is to me, that's the clarity I have. Despite the losses from the Lions and the Vikings, all I need to know is with all the moving and shaking going around, the Packers are bringing everyone back. GM, head coach, quarterback. The time is now.
You know what divisions you love in football? You love balanced divisions. You hate divisions that are top-heavy. Think about the Patriots all those years. Think about the Kansas City Chiefs right now. If you're any other team in the division, you basically are relying only on the wild card spot. The NFC North the last couple of years has been pretty top-heavy. It has not been balanced. You have the Lions that are always sort of king of the North. You have the Packers that are right there and the Vikings that are right there. And way in the basement is the Chicago Bears. But Ben, you're exactly right. What happened over the last couple of weeks is that looking forward now, this NFC North has become balanced. The Detroit's gotten worse. I think that the Vikings, they're either going to have to pay Sam Darnold or they're going to have to go with J.J. McCarthy, basically a rookie quarterback.
Doesn't scare me.
So they're going to come back down to earth. I think the Bears got better. I'm not particularly scared, but the Bears got better, and the Packers are maintaining. The result is you got balance. When you got balance, boy, everything is on the table. So I think that it'll be harder to get those wins against Chicago, but I think beating the Lions, beating the Vikings becomes more sustainable, more likely now. And I think that there is a clearer road to the NFC North title than there ever has before. Now, that doesn't give the Packers reason to just sit back and say, okay, we're good to go. They need to take serious steps forward because I don't think they're going to be the favorite going into next year. But no doubt, the division over the last couple of years has never been more open than it will be in 2025.
Okay, so I'll let you two talk. I was very silent. I let Ben give his nice rant and Brad.
It's not even a rant. It's called opportunity.
Wow, should we be thanking you, Kyle?
Strofe, they use the word everything, right? Everything is in front of us, right? Everything. You know what everything doesn't include? Y'all talking about the lowest hanging fruits. The first lowest hanging fruit is what? Making the playoffs. The second one is winning the NFC North. You are talking about everything. When I think about this Green Bay Packers football team, the hell with the NFC North. I don't care about winning division. I care about winning Super Bowls. That is everything I'm focused on. So whether or not this division is here for the taking does not matter. Because guess what, y'all? When every team in this division had an opportunity to have the number one seed, which for the playoffs, the last time they had it, whether it was the Packers recently or whether it was the Chicago Bears way back when or whether it was the Vikings way back when and whether it was the Detroit Lions this year, none of them were able to capitalize on having that number one seed and go and win a Super Bowl. That is what it's all about. So yes, will the Green Bay Packers have a chance next year to win an NFC North? Yeah, the Vikings are still going to be good. The Lions are going to take a little slight step back because change is something that you have to adjust to, but they might be playing their best football at the end of the year, and who knows what the Bears are going to be. But, y'all, I don't care about the NFC North. I care about this football team being able to compete and beat good football teams when it comes to winning a championship. In this NFC North talk, who cares? The Packers have shown that we aren't going to win a Super Bowl win the NFC North. The last time we won a Super Bowl, we were a 6th seed. It doesn't matter for us, man. I don't care about the division. I care about winning Super Bowl. So it's nice to talk about how the Packers
Kyle.
are gonna
It's
compete.
less about winning the division and more about looking at the opportunity for you to take a step forward in the division, then also take a step forward in
I
the playoffs.
don't care about taking a step forward in this division. I want to take a step forward to be the best team in football.
It gives you a better chance when you win a division to have a home game. Like,
So you say.
It's less
yeah,
about
it
winning.
is. It's a better statistical chance for the
Wait,
Green Bay
you
Packers.
Say.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just want the Detroit Lions let
three
the
of the
Washington.
four of the teams remaining, you got a 1 seed and a 2 seed, and you got a 2 seed and a 6 seed.
You're
so to be a
talking-
1 and 2 seed is helpful to get you on your way to the Super Bowl.
It's helpful, but unfortunately, it ain't helped my Green Bay Packers, and that's what
That's
I'm upset
their
about.
fault.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
not every other team usually benefits
so
from
what
it.
you're telling me is not to use the history of Lambeau Field not having the mystique anymore of actually being a place that is a home field advantage in the playoffs that should put the Packers over the top to go to the Super Bowl. That just has not been fact. I just want y'all to understand.
We
the Packers
understand. It's
have
a
not
statistical.
won.
This is a statistical conversation, not a you feeling a certain way about the mystique being gone. This is every chance
Lambeau.
that you have as a Green Bay Packers franchise, as a top seed, 1, 2, 3. It better helps your chances at actually going further, even as evidence to Brad just said this year. A 1, a 2, and a 6.
That's cool and all. And I understand that's logic, right? But unfortunately,
fine. Be a 7 seed. Go on the road 3 straight times again. How did that work?
It's so hard to do.
The
Kyle.
reality for my Green
What do you
Bay
want?
Pack-
What do you want?
No,
'Cause you're just screaming. What do you want?
I want the Packers to be great, but I don't want us to focus on winning the NFC North. I want us to focus on being a true contender because winning the Super Bowl does not come through the NFC North. Newsflash, our division is boo-boo. It ain't as good as we think it is. Black and blue is because they get beat the hell out of. That's what black and blue is. It ain't because they good. Okay, so winning the NFC North is not going to prove that you are going to win a Super Bowl because if it did, the Packers would have more than one Super Bowl in the last 30 years.
But what winning the NFC North does, it means that you are beating teams in your division.
Got more than one Super Bowl in the last 30 years, 20 years.
Yeah, there you go. In 30 years, they've won 2
25.
Super Bowls. But if you win your division, it means you have beaten the other good teams in your division, and likely you have beaten other good teams outside of your division. The one thing Packers couldn't do this year is beat the
Exactly
good teams.
that.
So if you win the division, if you have 13, 14 wins, it likely means you beat other good teams. It proves that you are Super Bowl ready.
800-990-3776. Ben Brust. Kyle Wallace, who is just an emotional wreck right now and not seeing things through a clarity of real life and just thinking, oh, the Packers haven't had this break. The best path for the Green Bay Packers is to take back the division, beat good teams, win the North, have a better seed. So we're not having this conversation that we had this year of they were a 7 seed and had to go on the road. You don't want to be a 5, 6, 7.
I understand what you're saying.
And if you win the North, you're likely beating other teams. And let's just say this: the North is going to be good again. Just because I said the Lions are going to take a step back doesn't mean they're going to lose 10 games now.
I understand, but we've been there, done that. Like we've won the North, and we haven't gotten exactly.
Not
what
with
we
Jordan
want.
So you
Love.
prefer to
Not
go
with
wild
Jordan
card.
Love. You're living in the Rodgers era.
I'm not-
You prefer to take the wild card route.
Yep, sounds like it.
What you got to understand is that I don't put an emphasis on winning the NFC North. I just want this team to win football games and beat good football teams. And with that, if it comes winning the NFC North, great. That's what I look forward to. But my focus is not on putting up no fake banner for the NFC North. I don't
Nobody's
care
putting up
about
a banner. It's
Well,
putting them in the best situation
Lions did.
to
I'm
be successful in the playoffs.
And listen, if that comes with it, great. But I don't want the focus to be winning the NFC North. I want the focus to be putting together a roster that can truly be a contender to actually win a Super Bowl year in and year out. That's what I want the focus to be. If Cootie's
Guess
talking
what all
about winning
those?
the North,
Guess what all the dynasties did? They won their division and won Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly.
The Kansas City Chiefs, the New England Patriots.
You
So
think
sorry that we're trying.
The Chiefs don't care about the AFC West. They sat out there and
They care about home games.
They literally tanked the last game against an AFC West rival.
Yeah,
They didn't
because
care.
guess what? They already had the 1 seed.
Yeah, they already locked it up.
What are you doing right now?
No, I'm telling you.
You are making yourself try and spin zone something.
I'm not spinning
You
anything.
want the Packers to have a great roster list. Yes, that's exactly what we're saying, but you're so blinded by the fact of the way the Packers have lost in the past.
Yeah,
you
I
can't move Move past that.
When you use the word everything and talking about everything is for the winning for the NFC North, I don't care about everything being for this up for everything for the NFC North. I don't care about that. Like, if you take care of business, the NFC North is a given. I want the focus to be in other places.
Hasn't been a given the last 2 years, and the Packers haven't gone further than you wanted them to be.
No, that's true. That's true because they weren't good enough, period. But the NFC North did not determine whether or not a football team's going to win a Super Bowl.
See, you're getting so caught in the NFC North part that you're missing what winning the division and setting yourself up can do for this team consistently as you look at all the other great teams that have done it over the last 20 years.
Well, when I see it, I can believe it. But right now, the Green Bay Packers.
Honestly, I don't know what you want other than the perfect roster that you can build in Madden right now.
No, I don't want a perfect roster, but I want a legitimate football team that has a shot. And unfortunately, the Packers have not been.
You're the one who screamed to the high heavens all year that we had that. Now that you realize we didn't, you're changing your narrative.
Any given year that the playoffs start.
Yeah, you are.
No, I want to get to Brad. But what I realized as I was taking a shower maybe yesterday or the day before is that I was an idiot. I was foolish because I said last year at the beginning of the year against the Eagles,
I'm the problem.
I said the thing that was most important was what, Brad? The Packers playing their best football at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And so I tried to trick myself into thinking those last couple games didn't matter, but at the end of the day, I knew deep down inside the Packers were not playing their best football, which I knew was going to be a
800-990-3776 is the Carveless talk and text line. Liz is more Strofe. I do want to know, as of right now, who are you most scared of next year? The Lions, the Bears, or the Vikings? That's going to be on Twitter at KBN ESPN. We'll hear from you, KBN Nation, next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
Really? 7 losses in a row? Last in the Horizon League, Doug? Spend less time on social media and more in the gym.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
That's the whole thing, Jen. I do have that in me, and I never, ever bar back. But I'm like, this is over the top, and if you want to come at me, I'm going to come at you.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $750 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a 2-man scramble at Pebble Beach, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through January 31st. Your winter chance to play Pebble Beach awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Most new clients in Mentality are stuck at just 1/3 the free testosterone they need, and that's a losing battle. Without enough free testosterone, nothing works. Your energy's gone, muscles weaken, and fat piles on. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Mentality's doctors bring your hormones back into balance so your body starts working again. More energy, stronger muscles, better results. This year, stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Start strong with our New Year offer at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Arrowhead's Natalie Cuso. The junior guard for Arrowhead's girls basketball team continues to see her star rise this season. After averaging 23.7 points per game as a sophomore, the junior Cuso has raised that to 26.5 points per game this season, including 35 points in a big win this month over Milwaukee. She also put up 34 points in a Warhawks win against one of the top-ranked teams in the entire country. According to ESPN, Cuso is a 5-star recruit and is already being recruited by heavy hitters in college in the Big Ten and ACC, among other conferences. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Natalie Cuso, and good luck the remainder of the season.
Help protect your team with slam dunk coverage. Saganiac Planning can coach you on ways to save money on medical and specialty plans through United Healthcare, one of the largest provider networks in Wisconsin. Call John Saganiac Jr., 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or its affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Wisconsin, Inc. The Saganiac Planning Marquette Records. If not for Marcus Howard, Mark Anglevar would still be the Marquette leader with 9 3-point shots made in a game. He did it nearly 35 years ago, February 1990 against Butler, and would still be the game record if not for Howard. Marcus Howard, by the way, 11 in 2 games, 10 in another game, twice with 9. But don't forget, 3-point shots made in 1 game, Mark Anglevar for 35 years. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away.
All right, I'm gonna simplify this for Kyle Wallace. What do you say here, Strofe? Forget the NFC North because he got so bogged up in that.
I mean,
Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur need to be elite. Look at everything that you're seeing in the Final Four teams right now. Head coach, quarterback, play calling, all on the same page. Mistake-free football. Like, literally what we didn't see from the Packers this year, which was mistake-free football. They got in their own way. They had no balance and cohesion from an offensive synergy, right? Play calling, setting things up, play action. We're talking about with Jason Wilde, why they can't utilize Josh Jacobs' run game in the play action. Well, because last year and Jones like the outside zone, and this year
I hate it.
But you get what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Like, if we're talking about that, then they're not anywhere near where these 4 teams are. And all I'm asking right now is to take a look at the team, take a look at the teams playing, and see what that consistent theme is right now. Head coach, quarterback, mistake free. The Bills didn't have nearly as many yards as the Ravens. But guess what? The Ravens turned it over 3 times, and Josh Allen and the Bills did what they needed to do. Same with the Kansas City Chiefs. They did what they needed to do. Like, you look at all around, you're not like, the Eagles. Was anyone overly impressed by them again? No, but all these teams have a formula of winning games, whether it's grimy, they can win different ways. And that, like, the Packers, if they get up, I think we all get excited. But when they get down, we're like, oh, they need a turnover, otherwise we can't come back. And that's how they came back, or at least set the tone against the Cowboys last year in the wild card. They need to find a better balance of how this team continues to operate if they want to be where we want them to be. 800-990-3776.
Yeah.
Carlos talking text line.
The Packers have this innate ability, this unbelievable ability to beat themselves, whether it be this Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur team, or even think back to the Aaron Rodgers teams. They beat themselves. All the teams that go on and win the Super Bowl, whether it be the Patriots during those ones, the Kansas City Chiefs, yes, there are moments of greatness. But what they really don't do is they don't open up the door for you just to walk in and take advantage of their mistakes. They're not turning the ball over. They're doing everything right, from the clock, situational. They're so tight. It's so hard to get a foothold to be able to actually take them down. So the Packers need to really wake up and not beat themselves. And then Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love need to take that step forward, because you can't win in the way that the Packers win ball games. Generally speaking, this team, they are either hot out of the gate, they get a good lead, and they are in rhythm. And that's the games where you say, hey, let's just sit back and enjoy the ride. Or they get off to a slow start, and they need to claw their way back in order to get your turnovers, whatever it is. The teams remaining, they win in multiple different ways. They can grind it out. They can win in a shootout. They can go tit for tat when it comes to a quarterback duel. Those are the kind of things the Packers need to do. Stop beating themselves and be able to win multiple different ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of growth that this football team needs to have. And I think what a lot of Packers fans should have learned last year was different, right? The season for the Green Bay Packers, the 2023 season, they exceeded expectations. So when you had any type of flaws, we addressed them, but we made excuses for it, right? We made excuses for them being young, them being youthful. You no longer have Aaron Rodgers, right? So last year, you kind of got away with some of the bad habits that you had. And then you come into this season where the Green Bay Packers had consistent issues and problems with Jordan Love turning the football over, which equated to losses, with the Packers offense not getting going early, and which equated to a lot of losses for them, and the defense not getting any pass rush that turned into, again, losses for this football team. So we have glaring holes that must be improved. And Ben, you're absolutely right. In order for the Packers to take the next step, Jordan Love needs to be an elite quarterback, because when you look at the way that not so much Hurts, that team is really good, and they haven't had, I love my Packers, but competition wasn't that great. The Rams last week, they're a good football team, but you take a West Coast team, a Matt Stafford, not great in the cold weather, and the end result is the Eagles end up winning. But when you look at Mahomes and you look at Allen, you look at the way that Jaden Daniels has played, those guys are playing at an elite level. Jordan Love needs to elevate his level of play to be elite for the Packers to truly compete. Now, Matt LaFleur as well, being the elder statesman when it comes to football coaches in the NFL now, because he's been around going to season number 7.
Play calling, time management, getting your team where it needs to be.
Yeah, mentally ready to play.
You cannot get away with things that you got away with 2 years ago with 2 seasons ago as a guy with a first-year starting quarterback in the NFL. You no longer have the excuse of this is Aaron Rodgers' offense. It is now time for Matt LaFleur to show that he is an elite head football coach, or he's going to be the reason why the Packers are not winning Super Bowls. He's going to hold the team back. So you're right. They have to get it together, or this team is never going to break through.
And what's frustrating is, we saw this formula all year, right? Jordan Love playing up and down, Matt LaFleur messing up the clock, getting the challenges wrong, situationally off, no pass rush.
Tantrum on the sideline.
Yeah, relying too much on turnovers. You see the teams remaining, and any given snapshot of the final 4 teams remaining, generally speaking, they have a quarterback that's playing elite. They're getting pass rush. They're doing certain things that allow them to be in the situation to where a Super Bowl is on the precipice. So it's up to Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love to come together, and all of them get outside their comfort zone. As you were saying, Ben, get outside your comfort zone. That means, Goody, you might not only be able to sign young guys. Jordan Love, you might have to work on that footwork and decision-making. And Matt LaFleur, humble yourself enough to know that I don't know necessarily all the right calls and all the right moments, so I need to learn them, or I need to hire someone that does.
And Goody last week in his press conference, end-of-season press conference, he talked about a sense of urgency.
To win a championship.
What you just talked about is those 3 need to have a sense of urgency. Everybody else in that football team, they'll follow the leader. They'll follow their head coach. They'll follow their quarterback. And if you put the right pieces on the football field, which is the talent that Goody's going to put on there, they'll follow the lead of those 2 guys. But Goody needs to put the team in a position to have those guys that can have that sense of urgency to follow. But it starts with the trio at top. And if this team does not win a Super Bowl, the failure doesn't go on Rashawn Gary for not having a pass rush. The failure doesn't go on Kenny Clark. It doesn't go on Xavier McKinney. It doesn't go on Josh Jacobs. It falls on Goody, Matt LaFleur, and also Jordan Love. So they need to get it together and have that sense of urgency that Goody was talking about.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. And Strofe, I actually think, for the rest of time, at least until not the rest of time, until the start of next season, I almost feel like the thesis of everything that matters for the Green Bay Packers is Goody's last answer to Jason Wilde asking him a question in the postgame or the end of season press conference. It was that urgency to win a championship. And if he said it, if he's saying we need to have an urgency to win a championship, well, he's got to follow it. And I want to hear Goody, because this is the thesis for the rest of the conversation for the next 8 months. We are going to utilize this audio to see if Goody is doing what he said.
You always have some disappointments in the year. I think for me, the thing that's been on my mind, I think as we've concluded this season, is we need to continue to ramp up our sense of urgency. These opportunities don't come. The life of a player in the National Football League is not very long. We got a bunch of good guys in that locker room. We got a bunch of talented guys in that locker room, and I think it's time that we start competing for championships, right? And I think they're ready. I think they, like I said, I think they are wired right. I think that group is the kind of guys that can do that. But at the end of the day, you got to go do it. And we fell short in some areas this year that, like they always are every year, a little frustrating. But at the same time, I didn't think they blinked, and so I'm excited about the group. But
You want to know?
I
You
like
want
it.
you know? You want to know
All
what's
those
missing?
turnovers,
You want to
that
know
was
what's
a
missing in that audio? Him taking any accountability. Him putting it all on the players. The life of a player isn't that long in the NFL. They blinked. What about yourself, bud? I wholeheartedly, it goes Brian Gutekunst, Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love for a reason. And I just feel like if you want a sense of urgency, you also need to live up to what you're saying and put it to yourself. It's not just the players. It's not just Matt. It is you, Goody.
That's fascinating you say that, Ben. Every decision, every roster move that the Packers make this offseason, you're exactly right. We should be asking that question. Did the Packers get better that shows there's a sense of urgency to win a championship this year? Free agency draft. How many times is the first round draft pick high RAS score? Oh, this guy, tons of potential.
Jordan Morgan was a high RAS score.
Didn't play a lot in college.
Rashawn Gary and Jared Verse had like the same RAS score, and he just got it wrong.
Yeah, it can happen just that easily.
Let's hear from old T next. Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. I want to see if he agrees with the way that I'm phrasing, which he won't. He has a Goot stand. He'll probably take the blame off Goot and say it's all on the players, just like Goot did. But as a player himself, maybe he'll take offense to that. We'll see. Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer, joining us next. But first, Brad, tell us about your favorite drink.
Oh, my favorite drink is indeed carbless. KBN Nation, you know that at this point. But if you've never tried it, now is the perfect time to do it. You're talking about playoff football. We got the NBA continuing to ramp up. So many opportunities to sit back, relax, and crack open that carbless. There is something for everybody when it comes to flavor. You say you like classic cocktails? Perfect. There's plenty of classic cocktails that you are going to love. Mojito, Moscow Mule. Man, that Moscow Mule is so good. And my favorite, margarita, especially on a cold day like today. I crack open that margarita. It feels like I'm sitting by the beach. That is how good it is. Not only that, they got fruit flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, and pineapple. But it doesn't just stop there. Guys, it is a guilt-free experience when you drink a carbless. It is carb-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, 100 calories per can. I was even drinking some this weekend. I cracked them open, and I was like, how do they get this carbonation so perfect? There's just enough so it's crisp, not so much that my stomach's upset. They nail it every single time, made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Carbless. Less is more with carbless. So go ahead and enjoy yourself one on this cool Tuesday evening.
I will say Ben Johnson, who is the new head coach of the Bears, is signing as a lefty. I don't trust lefties. I don't believe in lefties. Lefties are weird to me.
Oh my gosh, you're like in Waterboy, the left-handed people are the devil. Remember?
Yeah, sure. I don't trust
Kyle
lefties.
Wallace with a movie quote.
You played
That's
Division
so
I
rare.
basketball. I imagine you had lefty teammates.
Not many.
Who?
Couldn't even tell you.
Wow, I like a good lefty.
Trey Jackson.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, well, he missed the shot against Kentucky to take us to the championship. Don't trust lefties. Mark Tauscher next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way. Because all last week it was so much fun to do that, and I was like, well, I guess it's back to Kyle doing it now. When you said want to do it with me, I was like, oh yeah, let's do it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. It's game day for the Golden Eagles.
Back to Mitchell. He's got an open three. Good!
Tonight, Marquette visits Seton Hall for a Big East clash. Our game night coverage tips off with Gabe Neitzel and the Marquette Sports Network pregame show at 6:30. Homer and Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith are on the call at 7 o'clock.
Cam Jones, open three. Good! Good! Marquette within 4.
94.5 ESPN is your official home for Marquette basketball. We are Marquette.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is offering an amazing deal right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you'll get 2 more absolutely free with no limit in 36 months of no interest financing. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct and they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 855-620-1801. That's 855-620-1801. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
This is Kevin Van Rossum, president of 3 Tree Marketing. If your company is struggling to create a buzz or just looking for a new way to stand out, our team is here to help point you in the right direction. We'll assist you in building your brand and prove we truly know what works. Experts at 3 Tree can build a one-of-a-kind gifting experience that can set your brand apart and show how much you value your customers as well as your employees. At 3 Tree Marketing, we chase partners, not orders. Visit 3treemarketing.com to learn more about what we can do for you.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. And it is playoff time, now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Prize Picks, the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money. Download the app today. Use code WI. You get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Mark Tauscher on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Remember, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, then you don't need it.
Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is the Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher. Listen to Old T on Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. What's up, Old T?
Boys.
Happy to hear from you. And obviously a lot to digest after watching not just the NFC North in the playoffs, but who's left in the playoffs, how they got there. I think my big takeaway, a couple of them. One, I think the North is wide open with losing 2 coordinators likely for the Detroit Lions. The Vikings, I think you see that Sam Darnold, like they are in a tough spot. He can, be beat if you have the right scheme against him. And the Bears, that's great for them, but until they show something on the field, it's going to be hard for me to believe in them until, they show it. The North is wide open, but ultimately, this is like, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, but LaFleur and Love have to be elite next year. They have to be on the same page. They have to take their game to the next level because as I'm watching, you have good quarterbacks, good coaches, mistake-free football, and that's what's gotten these teams to the NFC and AFC championship games. Agree or disagree?
I don't think there's any question when you look at this season. Too many mistakes and too inconsistent. But like I was saying this morning, you also look at what wins in the playoffs, and that is you don't beat yourself. And when Green Bay has had the games that they were comfortable in and didn't have to do anything extraordinary, they won. there's a fine line of figuring what that formula is, and I think this team is still in that growth of figuring out what that looks like for them. And you have to get some wins. And I probably, maybe poo-pooed a little bit beating Minnesota or beating one of those teams to get that confidence and trust. Because do you think there's ever a time that the Kansas City Chiefs feel like they're not going to win a close game? Like, having that trust and having that resume to fall back on and say, we've done this, we can do it, it's an important part of growing as a playoff football team. So while it was disappointing and we see what Washington has been able to do, the teams that aren't making the mistakes are the ones that are winning. And I thought from Tom Brady's commentary the other night, when he basically said that, the playoff football, biggest thing is don't beat yourself, force somebody else to do it, and then put yourself in a position where you can make a play to win. That's all it really comes down to. They obviously mastered that for the most part through his era. And I think Green Bay still has to figure that out.
Well, is it concerning, Tausch, that Jordan Love, who I love, hasn't mastered that yet? In both his playoff losses, he had turnovers.
He did, but I just think listen, man, I'm guilty of this. We all do this job, and we, have to react and talk about it on a daily basis. This doesn't happen overnight. To think back with Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he got it done in his third year as a starter. Jordan Love's only his second year. Jaden Daniels is doing something we have not seen a rookie quarterback do in forever. Josh Allen just went through. Lamar Jackson still hasn't figured exactly what it looks like. You have to let some people fail in order to grow into being what they want to be. And it's not. It would be awesome if it was just snap your fingers. Peyton Manning, look at his playoff record. Not great. It's really hard. It's difficult to find the formula for each team. Every year is different, and you have to kind of figure out what that team needs from you in order to get over the hump. And it's just like figuring out a science equation. You can throw all that stuff on a Bunsen burner, put it in those little test tubes. Sometimes it's going to be great. Sometimes it's going to blow up. And sometimes it ain't going to do anything. And I would look at this year, it was not a blow up, but you never quite got the potion where you're able to do something with it. And I think that's where you got to get back in the lab and just keep churning away until you figure it out.
Tausch, on Thursday, Goody had his end-of-season press conference.
Nordy, nothing? You're my analogy guy. Nothing?
I mean, it's an outstanding analogy.
You were good. Okay. You were cooking. I was sitting here like, that man preach.
Okay.
I mean, that was...
You didn't hear Kyle as your background, like, yeah.
I like a little positive affirmation, too. I mean,
that's good to know.
Is that your love language?
Yeah, is that your primary love language, Tausch?
Yes, I love positive affirmation.
Well, in that case...
I don't get it on my show at all, so I'm looking from KBN to get it.
Tausch, once again, another notch in the belt of outstanding analogies. Unbelievable. You're the GOAT. And I strive to have my analogies be like yours.
Thank you.
By the way, we also look for positive, thoughts and feelings back to us.
You just can't let him have it.
That's noted. Hey, duly noted.
Tausch, Thursday, Goody had his end-of-season press conference, and your co-host, Jason Wilde, asked him a question that sparked an answer to where he said, basically, we got to have a sense of urgency to win a championship. And he talked about players, talked about all these things. But we just discussed how we're going to hold Goody to that standard as well. During the offseason, is he making moves that reflect a sense of urgency? Now, under that perspective, what would be a move that Goody would make that you'd say, oh, okay, I see a sense of urgency in you as well, Mr. Gutekunst?
Well, first off, I would say picking up a potential defensive player of the year, that's a 25-year-old safety that becomes a captain, and grabbing a running back to fill a spot that is and get the production. So I don't think anybody could sit there and say he didn't have a sense of urgency last year. This year, there's plenty of spaces. I think if you can go out and find – bring in a veteran that can rush the passer. Because if there's one thing you notice throughout this postseason so far, you have to be able to get home. You have to put pressure and make game-changing plays. We saw it with the Philadelphia Eagles making some game-changing plays. We obviously saw that also, in the Detroit game. So getting in and making a pick and doing the stuff that you need to win. I would love to see them go bring in Devontae Adams. I think that would be great. A different veteran wideout to kind of get this thing moving, because for as much as we look at, how Green Bay fell short, defensively, I thought we were more than good enough to do it. If you look at the other teams, you look at the Washingtons and Detroit. Now, Philly's defense is really good, Green Bay's defense I would put ahead of anybody but Philadelphia's as far as where we're sitting. Now, offensively, it just didn't come together in a way you needed, and you have to figure out, well, what can I do as a general manager to pick that up so that we do look that way? And I think that's where Brian Gutekunst has got to look long and hard and say, what can I do that can help us get out to a faster start and have maybe a veteran presence that can help everybody else grow so that we can be a better team on offense next season?
Oh, Tausch, I mean, that was just electric from you. We love having you on here on Kyle Bruston Ortman.
And another wonderful opportunity for you to just
was that walk-off style, or was it not that good?
No. You've only been on for 7 minutes. You got at least 10 in you.
If there's ever a point where you think it's so good that I should walk off, just let me know.
Sounds good.
Wow.
It stands.
I know you won't take any opportunity that you will take any opportunity you can to just hang up and leave if possible.
I mean, that's what he did last week,
only when I'm super frustrated.
And that's what happened literally last week.
That was more in jest, but he will hang up when he's mad.
Maybe, yes, that's true. I will.
Tausch, what you just described, though, getting a veteran pass rusher, getting Devontae Adams, that goes well outside Gutekunst's comfort zone when it's getting young and going cheap. So my question to you, do you think he will do those things in the offseason, or do you think he stays to the formula?
Nordy, I'm not sure I can agree with that sentiment. I'm not going to hang up on you with that, but if he went outside and paid top dollar, it's not about...
Those guys are young.
For 25-year-olds.
Those guys are young.
He like them young.
And it was the first time he had done anything significant since 2019 in free agency.
Yeah, well, if you do that every year, you end up like the New Orleans Saints. And you want to be the New Orleans Saints? And you're constantly battling the cap?
But there's a balance,
I don't. So I think you have to pick and choose, and I do think he noticed this. The fact that he used that term urgency, and I think this is what's key. Everybody is like, oh, we got to get him next year. You know what? We're building something. We're doing that. And that's fair. Last year, we were the Washington Commanders. We had a hot quarterback, young, a team on the rise, beat a team maybe people didn't think we could, and they closed up shop where we let San Francisco off the hook. That's the sense of urgency he's talking about. It's you have to be playing your best football. So do I think that he is going to be more aggressive than usual? I think he is going to be selectively aggressive. And if there's somebody that fits, I don't want him picking up a 32-year-old dude that is kind of on their last legs. I want
Bobby
him
Wagner,
going after.
Tay's 32.
No, I don't want a Bobby Wagner. No, for as much as I respect his career, I want Edgerrin Cooper to grow.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, okay, I'm ears. I'm listening.
You like him.
But I'm not interested in having 34, 35-year-old dudes coming in at those positions unless it's a mid-season injury pickup. I want to build with guys that I know are going to be playing at an incredibly high level and that can do it for a while. And if there's a spot that you think – if Devontae Adams was washed, I won't want him. He's not washed. He still has years, and especially next year, to be, I think, a really impactful player for this team. So
Agreed.
I think Goody is going to look for the right deal, the right player with the right fit at the right price point. And if he does that, I think you could say he's acknowledging that the urgency level needs to be picked up.
Tausch, after Saturday, are you taking Jaden Daniels over Love?
We talked about that a little bit this morning, and I don't want to be a palm guy. Like I don't like palm guys where you're always a prisoner of the moment. But Jaden Daniels has had a fantastic rookie season. I would say this. Jordan Love last season at the end of the year and how he played, I'm all in. But I can't sit here in good faith and say if you're looking at what you saw this season from Jaden Daniels, especially at the end compared to where Jordan Love is, Jaden Daniels has played better. But there's a long way to go. Jaden Daniels is a special talent. I still think Jordan Love, with his experience and what he has, can be that guy. We just need to see more consistency in order to do it.
I don't like the fact that we're talking about our about-to-be 6-year quarterback chasing a first-year quarterback.
Well, he's a special talent.
I agree.
It's not that I'm saying Caleb Williams. I'm saying the results matter. And what you see from Jaden Daniels is pretty special. I mean, the Washington Commanders stunk. They're the second worst team in the league last year. And, yeah, you could say Bobby Wagner and Terry McLaurin. Jaden Daniels is the reason that thing's turned around. Dan Quinn is the reason that thing's turned around. But Jaden Daniels has given that team hope, and their offense is really good. So it is what it is. I mean, you can sit and put your head in the sand.
Does Jordan need more around him then in comparison to Jaden?
I think Green Bay has more around him than Washington. Like, Terry McLaurin's a really good player. Give me Tucker Kraft over Ertz. Give me our offensive line over theirs. So that's where I just think I don't want to palm it. I don't want to go crazy, but I have to give a ton of respect and, love to what Jaden Daniels is doing.
All right, you just verbed prisoner of the moment, and I think you could walk off.
What do you mean? I've been saying that. I've said that 4 times.
I know. I just it hit really well there. Sorry, I was just giving you your flowers. No more words of affirmation for you.
Well, I mean, I don't want constant bouquets. I want to make sure.
Well,
I
not to speak out of turn here, Tashi, which is exactly what I'm doing, but not to palm it. I think this might have been your best appearance yet on KBN.
And with that, I say adieu. Thanks, guys.
Oh God.
Oh, wow.
From Alex Stroh.
Where does that get you?
What do you mean?
Where does that get you with Tausch?
In his good graces. Strophy's doing a good job over there with those boys over at KBN,
Yeah.
Just like he reminded Brad to do a great read about Gina Dell from Pella.
That's right. And that I can do. That would even Tausch would be proud of, because Tausch is proud of the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin, just like we are, just like Ben's going to be here any day now. I bet you wish you had those windows and doors today, Ben.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding?
I mean, how cold it is outside. It's
I can feel the draft. And by February 3rd and 4th, when the new windows and door come in to the Brust household, energy cost, warranties, home value, expert service and install, plus Gina Della's stamp of approval on everything we picked out. Got it all made. You can have it all made too.
That's right. Now, those aren't the only financial positives that Ben just described. There's also this deal: 0% interest for up to 3 whole years with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. That's all the way into 2028. What else can you get for 0% interest into 2028? Only Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So hurry. The deal ends January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com today. Let them know that KBN sent you.
I wore shorts to the gas station yesterday. Strofe soft. I'll tell you why next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't pick me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $750 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a 2-man scramble at Pebble Beach, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through January 31st. Your winter chance to play Pebble Beach awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food.
That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through March 1st, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has donated over $890,000, providing more than 2.6 million meals to people across southeast Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil changed by Adam Dealer Factory Trained Techs at a price as low or lower than independent shops. Visit an Adam member dealer near you.
For a list of participating dealers, visit adamm.com.
I'm Dr. Jasmine Zapata, Chief Medical Officer for Community Health at the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Every year in the U.S., about 21,000 lung cancer deaths are caused by radon, an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas. 1 in 10 Wisconsin homes has high levels of radon. Does yours? Call 1-888-LOW-RADON or visit lowradon.org to learn more. Test, fix, save a life.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Wisconsin is still cattle country. And that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Welcome back. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman hanging with you. KBN Nation 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. Lists is more. See our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Big shout out to the best appearance ever by Mark Tauscher on Kyle Bruston Nortman. How's he going to one-up that one? Listen back on YouTube or go to WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We might have just been palming it.
Prisoner of the moment.
When he said palm, I'm thinking like cheering on pom-poms, and then he explained, he like actually said what the acronym stood for. I thought, that's good.
I was sincerely shocked when he was upset that I didn't grade his analogy. I thought, like,
you never
he's the
know.
GOAT. He's the GOAT of analogies. I didn't think he needed those.
No, don't give him the GOAT.
He's an unpredictable fella.
Yeah, you whenever you think you got him down, he's always gonna throw something at you.
Brad, you should take it as a compliment.
He's a big sound effects guy too.
Yeah, that's true. But it should be a compliment that Mark Tauscher, Super Bowl winner, champion, right? You both played in Super Bowl.
He's looking for your affirmation.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking for you. He didn't say anything to me. He didn't say anything to Ben. He specifically, when he was coming up with that analogy, he was thinking, oh, Bradley's going to like this one.
Wow.
And you just skip right past it.
So really, it's a compliment to me. He's saying that I am indeed on his analogy level, and he was fishing for a compliment from another analogy aficionado.
You know who's soft?
Who's that?
Alex Strofe.
Why?
You're wearing 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah, I got a pair of sweatpants on underneath my khakis today.
Sweatpants and khakis?
Yeah, a little comfort.
How tight are those sweatpants? Because the pants, the khaki pants, are not necessarily super loose fitting.
No, but I have chicken legs, so it's fine.
This all adds up now. I was like, I couldn't dare try and put on 2 pairs of pants.
And I have pretty
What
loose,
was the thought process?
I have loose sweatpants on. So I had to drive to Madison this morning for a meeting, and are
you sweating down there?
How long were you outside for today?
Maybe a combined total. So I pumped gas 4 minutes.
Oh my God!
4 minutes. That sounds like a lot.
Something wrong
I had
with
to
you.
walk to my car because I don't live I park a block and a half away from my apartment, and then I had to pump gas at one point. And then I parked in a parking garage in Madison and had to walk back.
In the
there.
winter,
So,
when
I
you
don't know.
pump gas, do you like if it's 0 degrees? Do you stay out by the pump?
I stayed out today.
Not me.
I wanted to prove I'm not soft, so I was like,
oh, you had 2 pairs of pants. Of course you can stay out there.
I'm putting $25 in the tank. I'm like, let's see what happens.
Diana McGuanago, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Strofe is not soft. You're just an idiot.
Oh, wow.
No, Dirty D.
Whoa.
He literally has 2 pair. He has sweatpants and jeans on all day at work. Like, you should have at least taken them off.
You You guys are just too funny.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But I'm
She
an idiot.
laughed. It's stupid.
I'm a funny idiot.
I just can't believe you made that decision for what will amount of like 0.1% of your whole day.
I just can't believe
0.0005% of the day.
I can't believe you just didn't change. Like, how are you walking around like that? Like
I would be so warm.
Go to the bathroom.
hot. Yeah,
below the
man.
belt.
Hey, guys,
You need to stop being a freaking hater.
you understand?
Okay, you and Diana, one
You
and
just
the
want me to
same.
strip right now? I will.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, you got pants on.
All right,
so
wait a
it's
minute.
all
Now,
right.
I enjoy having you as a teammate and a coworker.
He
colleague.
just took his belt off.
Come
in
on,
front
hey,
of
stop.
There are two.
Turn around.
Turn around.
To your left and your right, Stroke.
There are two
Yeah, but I have
individuals.
pants on.
No, you can't be taking your pants off like that. That's
But
what's right.
He's
That's-
naked.
I-
He's naked.
They don't. You gotta ask for their
wrong pair of
consent.
pants.
No, you need to ask for these ladies' consent if you can take your pants off. Now you trying to be from the down under. Come on now, you gotta be careful, Stroff. I'm trying to save your job, your check. You're
Kyle,
already homeless.
It's time to stop focusing on me, and it's time to focus on that guy. He's one game under 500. It is time to make him 2 games. under
Caller
500.
20, are you smarter than Ben Brust? 800-990-3776. You're going to get 15 questions in 90 seconds. The trivia czar, Jackie, is back in action as Kyle and Brad sit on the side and do nothing and have her do all of the work. Winner will win a prize pack and the pride of saying that you beat Ben Brust. And are you smarter than Ben Brust? 800-990-3776. We'll call her 20 here. 800-990-3776. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? In 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, carrying extra weight around your midsection doesn't just make you feel bad, it changes how people see you. It makes you look tired, stuck, and feel like you've given up. But it's not you. Low testosterone is often the real problem. Most new Mentality clients start with only 1/3 of the free testosterone they need, which makes fat almost impossible to lose. Our doctors fix the imbalance and use semaglutide to burn the belly fat while keeping you lean and strong. Take back control this year. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for our New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite game, Response in Wisconsin. Guess the most popular responses from Wisconsinites. Okay, here we go. What's your least favorite thing about winter in Wisconsin? Gina Della from Pella.
Let me guess. Frozen toes? Oh, I know. Driving alongside bumper cars every time it snows. And then scrambling to find someone to watch your kids because they're school clothes. Let's face it, this is just the time of the year when we just want to all be warm and snuggly at home. And Pella helps make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. With inviting doors to let friends and family in and beautiful energy-efficient windows to keep the cold out. Pella Windows and Doors is the best choice to make your home just right. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years.
Thanks for playing Response in Wisconsin.
Hurry! You only have until January 31st to get 0% interest for up to 3 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Northman.
Well, we're going to learn how Ben Brust does when he's trying to fight and claw his way back. I am Brad Nortman, alongside Kyle Wallace, alongside Alex Stroh.
Literally alongside Kyle Wallace.
Alongside, right here. High five. We got it. Terrible high five.
I wasn't paying attention. I was actually very nervous because
Kyle, give him a high five.
Well, Brad just coughed, And so
I cough into my elbow the other direction.
And his voice sound like that. I don't think I should be crossing germs with him.
Okay,
I became concerned.
I'll direct my voice in the other direction. As excited as I am that you are indeed literally 2 feet from me.
Yeah, my palm is still open because I feel a little disgusted.
Oh my goodness. I don't cough into my hand, I cough into my elbow.
I don't know what you be doing.
We are joined by the trivia czar, Jackie, for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brush? She's back for the 3rd time. Jackie, what's your record again? You have 1 tie and 1 loss that Ben Brust has against you, correct?
Correct.
Oh, how about that? So Ben Brust, first time ever in KBN history under 500. And we're going to try to keep that going.
No, we got to keep it going. It's on you, Jackie, now.
That's fair. I mean, I'm going to try my best, the questions aren't from me. They're from Alex.
Ooh.
Wait, so are we already passing blame?
Yep. I like that,
Not
Jackie.
passing blame, putting expectations out there of who to blame.
See, Jackie, when you're a czar, that's how you do things, right? You're in charge. You just tell everybody, no, it's your fault.
A czar,
you suck.
She
it's
has
not me.
an intimidation factor that I feel like I couldn't muster. I feel like that plays a role in addition to Stroph's questions. And this week, we have Cody from Brewers Hill. Cody, how you feeling today on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, just like that. Pretty straight to it. Strophy, let's go ahead and spin it. And afterward, Jackie.
Sorry, Brad.
The show will be yours.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right. It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. If you all remember correctly, I have been justly suspended from my duties, and we have Jackie, the trivia czar, who you can see all over Milwaukee as a trivia MC. So she's an expert in the field, and she's reflected that in Ben. She's beaten Ben once and tied him. And there you go. We got Cody and Brewers Hill. Here's how you go ahead and play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Cody, any questions before I throw it to Jackie?
No, I think I'm good to go.
All right, Jackie, the floor is yours.
All right, Alex, you ready?
Let's do it.
Cody, you too?
Yep.
Perfect. In 3, 2, 1. Which ancient civilization built the city of Machu Picchu?
The Aztecs.
What is the square root of 144?
12.
Who wrote the play A Midsummer's Night Dream?
Shakespeare.
Who painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling?
Michelangelo.
Which 2 elements make up water?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
In Greek mythology, who is the god of the underworld?
Hades.
What is the national currency of Japan?
Oh, pass.
Who was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II?
Churchill.
What is the name of the deepest point in the Earth's ocean?
Marianas Trench.
What is the name of Sherlock Holmes' assistant?
Watson.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what is the phrase for the letter F?
Oh, can you repeat the question?
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what is the phrase for the letter F?
Pass.
What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
K.
What is the shape with the 7 sides called?
Papillon.
Which element has the atomic number 6?
Carbon.
What is the national currency of Japan?
Won.
Hey.
Did he go to Harvard?
Hey.
I mean, come on.
Hey.
Brewers Hill.
Listen.
He is like he's like a PhD.
What do you guys think that was?
Out of 15?
I think that was what?
13,
11?
12.
It was an 11 spot.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
Ben's
oh,
cooked.
boy.
I started laughing because he got 7 in a row right, and Ben saw me. He's going to walk in intimidated.
Yeah, he should. I mean, that
Have
a double
fun with him,
digit-
Jackie.
Ooh,
Let him
boy.
know he sucks.
Or we should make him pretend he's got a shot. My laugh could have meant anything.
Yeah, that's true. He thinks
Kyle, you should tell him he's got it.
All right. Why you come in smiling? You feel good?
Ben literally walks through like an outlaw in a like an old like Western pub.
I was thinking little child coming in looking at Christmas tree.
That's accurate.
Oh, both accurate. All I know is that I saw a lot of celebrating amongst the four of you.
I don't know if celebrating's the right word.
Maybe reactions might be the right word. I don't know if celebrating.
Well, there is one perfect score in the history of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Did that happen?
Far from that.
Nah.
Okay,
Yeah, wow. Goodness gracious.
Are you nervous? Why
Always.
Are you nervous?
I want to win.
Well, Ben, this is
you
the
got a
first
chance?
time you've been, playing when you were below 500. So you had to claw your way back. You'd be like the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I need a turnover.
You do, desperately.
No, you'll be all right.
Well,
How did Jackie do?
Jackie did good.
she killed it. Smooth.
Let Jackie speak for herself. Are you guys
Jackie, did you
her
kill it?
puppets?
I mean, I think it's better than a B from last week.
Okay.
At least for Cody.
Is
See
it
about you.
Is it better than Brad and Kyle Strofe?
I mean, when the bar is the floor.
Hey!
Excuse me, when the bar for Kyle is the basement and the bar for Brad is the floor.
Then we can only go up.
Correct.
Like an elevator with Jackie.
Ben, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Which ancient civilization built the city of Machu Picchu?
The Aztecs.
What is the square root of 144?
12.
Who wrote a play, A Midsummer's Night Dream?
I don't know. Plays next.
Who painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling?
Leo.
You got it.
Da Vinci.
Which two elements make up water?
Hydrogen, H2O, and oxygen.
Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
In Greek mythology, who's the god of the underworld?
The water one.
Yeah.
Aquarius.
Oh, he's cooked.
What is the national currency of Japan?
Yen.
Who was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II?
Margaret Thatcher.
What is the name of the deepest point in the Earth's oceans?
The deepest point.
I would just pass.
Keep going. Choke, Jackie.
What is the name of Sherlock Holmes' assistant?
Ah, man, I don't know those Robert Downey movies.
What?
Oh, my God.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what is the phrase for the letter F?
Alpha, beta, falfa.
Yeah!
What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
Na. Potassium. K.
What is the shape with the seven
Racist.
sides called?
Shut up. What was the... No, Wait. What is going on? And we need to... Okay, time out. I'm sure I lost, but new rule.
Oh,
he needs his mic shut off.
What? He said, what? I wasn't the one that said KKK. That was you.
It's called NA.
It's not NA either.
I know, but I screamed K. Did I scream it 3 times?
No, you said KKK.
You said it 3 times.
Wow.
Just K. You want one K singular.
That's a 5 spot. He didn't even get half of what Cody and Bruce.
Yeah, he cooked.
Wow.
Cody cooked. You had no chance.
Cody cooked. I knew he was
got no
cooking.
weapon, yeah.
Oh. You tried, though.
That was one of the look, the questions were easy this week. That was an all-time bad performance by you.
I did. The questions weren't easy.
They're never as easy as you. You make the questions and you have the answers. Of course, you're going to look at them and
roll through them together, and you'll kick yourself.
Yeah, I think you will.
All right.
The first question was hard.
Running back to question 1. The ancient civilization that built Machu Picchu, that was the Inca.
That was close. Aztecs,
That's
Inca.
what Cody said too.
Yeah,
Wrong, though.
Mayans, all the same to me.
What is the square root of 144? It is 12.
We would agree that's an easy question.
Yes.
Okay.
The person who wrote the play A Midsummer's...
Name one person that wrote the plays. Name one person.
Shakespeare.
Ding, ding, ding.
That was
Hey,
the
say it
answer.
again. How you say it?
Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I did. Shakespeare.
Who painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling? That was Michelangelo.
You was close,
You've
though.
been asked that question.
No less than 15 times.
Right. And you get it wrong every time.
Michelangelo.
Crazy.
It's the other Ninja Turtle.
I just have like a
Nice, Jackie.
Michelangelo.
One word, but yes.
Poor Ben.
At least someone's got some sympathy around here.
The two elements that make up water, you got that correct. That was hydrogen and oxygen.
H&O. Good job.
H&O.
Easy question, right?
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, exactly.
The first
Got a D in chemistry, but I rolled through it.
The first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean is
Killed
Amelia Earhart. Sorry.
Killed it.
In Greek mythology, it is Hades, who's the god of the underworld.
What do you think about water?
Not Aquarius.
He's got, like flames in like the Hercules movies.
I'm not a Greek mythology guy. For the last 7 years, we've been doing Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? I don't know Greek mythology.
Well,
Have you
maybe
seen the movie Hercules?
No.
What?
You should watch it.
Hercules.
Wait, so you don't know, but you know what Lucas Van Ness's nickname is.
Hercules.
But you don't know why.
Well, he doesn't play like a Hercules.
But you know who Hercules is.
Yeah.
Context.
It's a
Who's
movie.
Hercules?
He's a Greek god.
I don't think he's really a great god.
It's kind of close. He's half Greek god, half man.
Human.
Like me.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Not
Said a
after
lot about
today's
yourself.
program.
God.
Uh-huh. Powerful.
The national currency of Japan is yen.
Nice job.
Oh, Ben.
The British Prime Minister during most of World War II is Winston Churchill.
Winston.
But I'm glad you knew who Margaret Thatcher was.
Yeah, we're getting better at that one.
Yeah.
The deepest point in the Earth's ocean is the...
Not the deepest point.
What?
He said the deepest point. That was his answer.
Oh. The Mariana?
Man, I don't know.
Mariana Trench.
I didn't know that.
Trench.
Did you know that at all? It's news
That
to
was
me.
tough.
I don't watch like Life on Discovery Channel. I feel like
You should. Those are awesome.
Thanks, Brad.
You see the new one with Tom Hanks coming out?
No.
They're
Great
awesome.
voice for it.
Just the way you said it. Oh, you should.
Yeah, it sounds like you partake in activities while watching those.
The assistant to Sherlock Holmes is Dr. Watson.
Never.
The phonetic alphabet for the letter F for the phrases is
Falfa.
foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Oh.
The symbol for potassium is just a singular K. Just a singular K.
Just one. Couple of people said too many Ks, Ben.
Yeah, don't bring them
Couple.
hoods out now.
Are you sure I said 3 Ks?
Oh, boy, you said it.
You did,
Boy,
yeah.
you said, no, K. They got their pitchforks, and they was like, we coming to you, Ben.
Oh, gosh. The shape with the 7 side is a heptagon.
See, I would have got that. I'm good with shapes and sides, but Kyle was yelling racist.
No, stop it. Say it. How do you spell it?
Hepta?
Yeah.
Hepta. Heptagon.
Okay. All right. We put that on the list again, Strofe.
Do it.
And then the element with the atomic number 6, it is carbon.
Would have got it.
Really?
No.
Yikes.
I'm going to take a breather after that one. That was tough
You
luck.
still have yet to beat the trivia czar.
How about that?
26, 28, and 8.
It's a lot of
widening.
ties. Shut up, Brad.
It's wide.
Go back to watching
It's
Life.
true. I gladly will.
What is it about the
You'll
czar
learn
that makes you
something.
so nervous?
It's
'cause I'm
not
a
the
woman?
czar.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah.
I ain't scared of no woman.
Intimidated by a strong woman.
You're weak.
Oh. All right.
Fun.
loser.
Can I give a fun fact about you?
Uh-oh.
Depends what it is.
Interesting.
She has a turkey
Oh, yeah, Fred.
named Fred.
Fred. And Fred's a woman.
We're gonna eat Fred for Thanksgiving this year.
No, y'all killing Fred?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Who's
doing
Fred?
the killing of
Wait
Fred.
a minute. Why
story,
y'all
Jackie?
killing Fred?
Fred's a long story.
What you mean a long story? It's going to be a dead story a couple months from now. What are we doing?
We're gonna cook him and eat him.
Hey, he's got 10 months yet.
Is he getting plump? What do you feed a turkey?
Just
Seed?
feed, get it from Tractor Supply.
You know, she brought in
Tractor Supply. That's awesome.
For somebody's birthday present, she brought in turkey eggs.
They wanted some.
What?
Come on now.
Are turkey eggs healthy?
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Brad.
did they crack them open and like put them like over easy?
You can.
Do you eat turkey
You
eggs
can
at
scramble
home?
them. Yeah, they're about 2 times the size of a
They're
chicken
about
egg.
2 times the size. Sound like my name's Jackie. I live out in the South. I got some turkey eggs. We gonna cook them up and eat them.
Go back into your loser corner and turn around.
That was good. That was good.
Jack, you went all country on us there.
Yeah.
Throw 'em in a
You know, we gotta throw them in the skillet.
It's like Southern Kyle.
No
Yeah,
eggs.
baby.
No eggs for you. You and I can be eggless.
Hey, Fred,
Come here, Fred. Come here, Fred.
lay some turkey eggs, Fred. We gotta eat some lunch today.
My God.
Come on now.
Thanks, Jackie.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jackie.
Good
See you
work,
next
Jackie.
week.
That was Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And although I have the loss, I think we all win. Brad, tell us about Sleeper.
Oh, that's right.
Jackie's about to put me in one.
That's right. You gotta watch her as she walks by. But we could all use a little bit of an excitement after that. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Add a little bit more excitement into your sports watching. You do that with Sleeper Picks. You just download the Sleeper app today and you pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. I was doing this all weekend, watching the NFL playoffs, watching the national championship. There's so many opportunities to make your picks And guess what? If you're right, if you win, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users will just pay $5, a $5 play, and you're going to receive $55 in free entry. That gives a opportunity after opportunity to compound your money. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD. That's BRAD. That's my name. If you do the $5 play, you will be able to get $55 in free entries with code BRAD in the Sleeper app. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-246-2537 for help.
All right. Down goes Ben Brust.
No, you are hilarious.
There was a lot to unpack.
That was hilarious.
You were funny the way you said Michelangelo. Michelangelo?
He thought it was the first and last name, huh?
What's the first and last name?
Yeah. I seriously did.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Michael, comma, Angelo.
No.
Angelo, Michael.
There's
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We still have a clear ride across the area as far as any kind of delays are concerned, so we're really not seeing too many problems. The only thing we're seeing are a bunch of broken down vehicles. They're all out of traffic, so it's not really affecting your ride, but that gives you an idea. We've got that cold temperatures to deal with, so just be extra careful as you're driving around the area. Traffic is brought to you by the Knickerbocker on the Lake. Discover the Knickerbocker on the Lake, Milwaukee's historic hotel since 1929. Experience elegance, modern comfort, and unforgettable stays. Book now at knickerbockerontheLake.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny, very cold, a high of 3 above, with wind chills anywhere from 20 below to 30 below. Tonight, increasing clouds slowly warming up. Breezy with a low of 0, warming up to 6 above. Wind chills of 10 below to 20 below. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Join their 2-man scramble tournament and play Pebble Beach for a chance to win cash through the 31st. Sign up at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs. Yeah.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry. Are you guys being serious? You guys can't put two and
I got it. I could not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnover. I'm sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you too, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Guys, let's talk about something important. That's you. Hey, it's Brad Nortman. Taking care of your health and appearance isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, they make it easy. With experts in advanced skincare, body contouring, and anti-aging treatments, Quintessa's here to help you stay sharp and at your best. Trust me, when you look good, you feel even better. So why wait? Visit myquintessa.com and take the first step toward a more confident you.
Fingers come in different sizes.
It's one of the first things you learn as a jeweler.
And a ring can only be sized up or down a little bit.
Which means it's a really good thing to know your ring size.
And it's an even better thing to know their ring size.
This is why we're announcing
the Ring Size Registry at Kessler's.
We're doing it as a public service. It's completely free.
Free. Isn't that a great price?
Here's how it works.
Just drop into any Kessler's Diamonds location and tell one of the owners that you'd like to know your ring size.
Kessler's is an employee-owned company, so whoever greets you at the door is an owner.
They'll determine your ring sizes and add them to our Ring Size Registry.
Then, when someone wants to know your ring size...
Because, maybe they want to surprise you.
All they have to do is call or stop into Kessler's.
Surprises can be fun, don't you think?
We're happy to do this for you, even if you don't buy a ring from us.
But after you take a look around, we think you probably will. Visit KesslersDiamonds.com for a location near you and register your ring sizes today.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Change the way you do business and take more control of the payment process with Fifth Third Bank's Treasury Management Solutions. Their market expertise and managed services streamline the entire payment process and integrate with your existing systems, giving you more control than ever. With their suite of payment solutions, you will soon recognize new revenue sources that can save time, offset operating costs, and improve the bottom line, all customized for your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
Na. Potassium. K.
What is the shape with the 7
Racist.
sides?
Just an unfortunate turn of events there.
Really unfortunate.
Very.
I got the answer right, and I couldn't even hear the next question because I got Kyle in my ear next to me screaming things.
Brother, I don't know what you was doing. You was the one screaming things.
I wanted to make sure I had the answer right.
Yeah, you did more than that one.
Yeah, with conviction.
I'm telling you, some people driving and said, uh-oh.
What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
All right, we get it.
Na.
Potassium. K.
What is the shape with the 7
Racist.
sides?
Oh, you laughing now, huh, Kyle? It's funny now?
It's funny now, yeah.
You're all serious in the moment.
I don't know.
Threw me off my game.
Made me think about the Bad Boys movie.
Is that a second movie reference for Kyle?
Yeah.
today?
Kyle's
Yes,
on
twice
fire.
today.
Yeah.
You give him another show, and he's just firing on all
My
cylinders.
first one was a little off. It was a cartoon.
Yeah, it was when we had Waterboy.
It was American Dad, the cartoon.
I said
right?
That's a huge miss.
Huge miss.
I mean, but
That's way off.
Waterboy and American.
If it was like Billy Madison,
No.
I could understand that.
In my
but-
defense, I showed Ben the video. The woman who did it was very similar to the mother in Waterboy.
Yeah, a little
the way
bit.
She said it had a little accent.
All that happened was, as I said, Ben Johnson, the new Bears head coach, is signing his paperwork as a lefty, and I don't trust lefties. I just think there's something weird about lefties.
Well, they see the world different.
Do they really?
I think so.
We got any lefties around here?
Can we acknowledge we asked you about Sherlock Holmes? And you said this comment flew way under the radar. You said
so much.
I don't know
There were
about
so
the
many
Robert
moments.
Downey Jr. movies. The book was written in 1887.
Yes, but Josh DiMaggio, who texts in, who used to produce Scalzo and Brust and write these questions, now producing Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings 94.5 ESPN, still gets mad at the way my brain pulls information as if he hasn't known this for the last 7 years. I'm like Slumdog Millionaire. The way I pull information is not the same way that regular people pull information.
I got to give you credit right there. That was a 2-1. Nicely done.
Their
Thank you.
associations are wild.
It's
wild.
like Slumdog Millionaire, bro.
Yeah.
It's a weekly treat. I'll just say that.
And he learns a lot of stuff, like Michelangelo is one word,
And
an
then he
actual
goes,
first name.
and then later on in the segment, he goes, "Yeah, so the trivias are Jackie has a turkey, and we're gonna kill it." But this is the same man that dealt with a woodpecker problem for like 4 months.
I didn't say I was going to kill it. I was going to eat it. I want. I've heard about Fred. She's been grooming Fred for
years now.
to serve for turkey.
Oh, really?
For Thanksgiving. Yeah, Fred's been alive for as long as I've known her.
Yeah, Fred was gonna be this Thanksgiving, but she's postponed it the next Thanksgiving.
What, just to plump him up even more? To really get some more?
Yeah, we want a juicy turkey.
We want a plump turk.
I want to deep fry that sucker.
How long does a turkey need to age before?
Well, Cody chimes in. If you're going to eat that turkey, you better feed it organic food for the next 10 months.
Yeah, I'm not eating no non-organic turkey.
Yeah, I'm not eating a turkey.
Who said you're invited?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a.
You guys just learned about Fred.
I don't want to get invited to the farm and eat Fred. I'm good.
Why not?
I want my food processed. Processed in a factory.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really
Who do you
healthy.
Trust more, Jackie and Fred?
Factory.
No, that's
factory. They have
wow.
standards. I don't know what Jackie's standards are. I seen them nasty eggs that she brought. ugly looking eggs. They were just they look hideous. They look like they still had slime.
Yeah, what color
What was ugly about that?
They had there were spots all over them. They looked dirty, had dirt on it. I said, Jackie, what is this?
If you saw the
it
eggs?
had placenta on it. Yeah.
Placenta?
I'm telling you, it
That's
had
not
some
right.
Oh, come on.
No, that's not.
You can't. Can you say that on the radio?
Yes, you can.
He just did.
I'm telling you, Jackie showed me the eggs. Like, yeah, somebody's birthday present. I said, why?
It's not placenta.
Well, it was something. It wasn't clean, tell you that much.
Dave from Aaron says, bring it back. Yeah, right? Wow. Bring it back, Strove. Benny, in fact, said he will take care of Fred. I won't be doing I just want to redact that statement. I will not be taking care of Fred the turkey.
I just think
That'd
it's
be
odd.
hard. Is Jackie going to be the executioner, too?
I wouldn't put it past her.
Wait a minute. She didn't grow up on no farm, so I'm trying to figure out how
She's adopted the farm.
Yeah, I guess she has.
Does she live on a farm currently?
Yes.
She may.
She's got some animals.
I guess yeah, it's personal information, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess she talked about Fred. I just think it's weird to
She talked about Fred the turkey.
I just think it's pretty interesting to raise an animal for multiple years only to know you're going to kill him. Like this is just
so you're cool with all of the chicken and steak that you eat? Like you'd rather not know?
She named her Fred.
Kyle, are you familiar with Baby Strophe? Have I told you this story before?
Oh, did they kill Baby Strophe?
So back when
It's a dairy cow,
I
isn't
lived in no.
Oh, no.
It's a beef cow.
Are you going to purchase Baby Strophe?
Baby Strophe's dead.
Oh,
no way already?
So
let's buy up the meat.
Baby Strophe got sent to Utah from a farm in Deerfield. So I went out and met
Wisconsin.
Baby Strophe. So Baby Strophe was born while I was hosting what is now Jim, Matt, and Molly, filling in one day. And they named Baby Strophe after me. So I went out in Deerfield, Wisconsin, and met Baby Strophe. Found out a few months later, Baby Strophe's been shipped off to Utah, and is now, I think, no longer with us.
Oh, no.
And no longer with the people who ate him either.
I would have loved the opportunity to buy
I would have
a
loved
portion
to
of
buy
Baby Strophe.
Baby Strophe.
We could all split up and have each a quarter of Baby Strophe.
I'm not trying to eat
a lot of
something
meat.
named Baby Strophe. That's just weird.
Every time you
I
cook a
love meat.
burger, take a bite, and be like, Strophe.
That's y'all are weird. Very odd.
I just love how whether you name it or you don't, it all goes through
When
the same
you
cycle.
name something, you grow attached to it. I have attachment issues. I can't get attached to no thing.
Do you think Jackie's going to have second thoughts?
She did this year? That's why Fred's still alive.
Fred's still alive.
She looked at Fred with that butcher knife. And
she has a sword over the neck, and she's like, "Can't do it."
Those big old turkey eyes.
Yeah,
like,
Fred.
What's going on, Mom?
She said, "I can't do it. I can't do it."
It's making the turkey. I can't do it.
I'm telling you, that's what happened. That's why Fred's still alive this year. Good luck, Fred.
Good luck, Fred. Fred the turkey is our questions are of Are You Smarter Than Ben Bruss? Jackie's pet?
Yeah, I guess so.
Pet that they're going to kill and eat?
Could we legally bring Fred into the studio?
We can.
I don't
bring
see
dogs.
why.
We bring animals all the snakes.
Somebody brought a chicken in the other day.
Oh, that's right. There was a
that
chicken.
dude brought a chicken
The
in.
rooster that was on my shoulder this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With head on jeans. It's tight as
Yeah,
strokes.
that's my guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a shocking moment.
Ooh.
When I walked into the studio.
Oh, what's wrong?
No, I'm just catching my breath. There's been a lot that's happened in the last 30 minutes. I've started to get hot in this thing.
Oh, here you go.
Luckily, I don't have two pairs of pants on like Stroke. I'd be sweating. You sweating?
I'm sweating. I got 3 layers on up top, too.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation, 800-990-3776 on the Carveless Talking text line. That last text, Strofe, go look at it. I can't read it.
Yeah, don't read it.
So, Jordan Love versus Jaden Daniels, huh?
Oh, we did say that?
Well, we did plan that. I want to get a little. We talked about that with Tausch. I just want to know, like, how discouraged you are, more so from the way the NFC North has fared in the playoffs. Just go to break.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We still have a pretty quiet ride out there, although for the cold, yeah, we got a lot of broken down vehicles, so just be extra careful. For the most part, everything's moving along smoothly. I'm not really seeing any delays. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, increasing clouds, slow warming, breezy with a low of 0, warming up to 6 above, veritable heat wave. Wind chill is going to be 10 below to 20 below. Tomorrow, scattered snow showers up to an inch possible, breezy, warmer, a high of 24. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. There is no limit and no payments for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. If you already have a price quote, they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Do we need to start the Andy Reid GOAT conversation as it relates to Belichick? Is that conversation up for grabs here?
I mean, it should have started already. I mean, Andy Reid has won 100-plus games with 2 different franchises. So it's not as if it's a situation where he just became a good coach when Patrick Mahomes arrived into the NFL. He's been doing it at a high level for a really long time. Where they went to 4 conference championship games with the Philadelphia Eagles, got to a Super Bowl. So even though he hadn't had the high-end success, even though he was the bridesmaid, never a bride, we all knew that Andy Reid, from an X's and O's standpoint, was one of the best in the game. Now, game management used to be his Achilles heel, but not anymore, because we're seeing it with the Kansas City Chiefs. This team is used to being in and winning close football games. So, yeah, I think we're going to start having that conversation about Andy Reid, and the volume on it is going to get ratcheted up louder.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 1/13 through 1/24. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Something amazing is happening in networking. Organizations are scaling with less stress. That's because CDW is designing and implementing intelligent HPE Aruba networking solutions that simplify and secure operations. With automation at the center of your data center, growing pains can be a thing of the past. HPE Aruba Networking and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Aruba.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you till 5 o'clock. Shaking off the old Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust past. The last 30 minutes were really fun. A lot happened, Foxy. Check it out at WisconsinOnDemand.com. Austin Powers reference. I know Brad got that.
Loved it. Loved it.
Thank you. Now, I want to know how discouraged everyone is about the results of the playoffs. Because the Lions were the darling, from a team perspective, in our division, bounced. Jaden Daniels is the darling right now, which, as Tausch pointed out, was what Jordan Love was last year without getting over the hump of the Niners and make it to the NFC Championship game. Kyle, as you look at Jaden Daniels and the playoffs, how do you feel as a Packer fan?
I feel salty.
Damn, salty.
I feel discouraged because last year, you just said it, Jordan Love was the darling. So last year, we were like, okay, we see what it looked like. He's the future. I said the man was elite. I said Jordan Love was elite. But something that I noticed watching Jaden Daniels was what a real elite quarterback looks like, right? So it comes off to me as I'm a little discouraged based off how good Jaden is. Now, he could be a generational talent. That's what we thought Caleb Williams was. But he could end up being
but we hadn't seen Caleb Williams do it in the NFL.
Yeah, and so if he is a generational talent, then maybe I'll be okay with Jordan Love and where he's at currently.
And then you could laugh
now,
that they took Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, but it doesn't sit right with Packers fans. It shouldn't sit right to see a team like the Washington Commanders, who were absolutely nowhere for a very long time,
forever,
all of a sudden,
since Joe Gibbs
hired Dan Quinn. They draft Jaden Daniels.
They bring in Cliff Kingsbury.
Well, yeah, and they don't hire. They have new ownership, and within 15 to 18 months of all this change going on, they are seeing results immediately. Immediately with a quarterback that is literally in his first season. A year ago, he was training for the NFL draft. Now he's practicing for an NFC championship game. So as a Packers fan, it has to be disheartening to see yourself get passed up by the Washington Commanders and see the way that they went about it and they did it. So when I compare Jordan Love to Jaden Daniels, and y'all know I love Jordan Love, but I'd be a fool to pick Jordan Love over Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is the future. Actually, he's the present.
So, taking a step back from the Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love thing, when you talk about a change in ownership, you talk about what they hired and what they did, does it make you want Goody to change the sustainability of the way the Green Bay Packers build football teams?
No, he has to. He has to. You have to have a foundation of how you build your organization. And
he has to change?
He has to slightly adjust, right?
Okay.
You have to be able to evaluate and adjust. You have to know, like we talked about it earlier today. We talked about it last week. When Goody talks about a sense of urgency, that sense of urgency needs to be applied to him in understanding that I have a model that has given me a certain level of success, but it has not given me championship level of success. And if you want to have championship level of success, there is an opportunity with the cap space that you have, is that the Green Bay Packers can add pieces that could put this team over the top. We don't do this every year. At least in Green Bay and Lambeau, we don't just play just to make the playoffs. We play to be consistent, to have a chance to win a Super Bowl. But the key thing is to win a Super Bowl. And to win a Super Bowl, you have to deviate from what you always do. And when I look at what the Washington Commanders did, they added, Tausch said he didn't want an old Bobby Wagner, but Bobby Wagner is contributing to this team not only on the football field, but more importantly in that locker room and helping with that culture. They added an Austin Eckler. He ain't the best running back at this point, but he still was able to give them something as well. They added
he's not, but he did help.
But
in moments.
They added my boy Nick Ballore, Whitefish Bay. Shout out to him. Special teams, 3 tackles on Saturday. But they added
special teams.
But he was a special teams Pro Bowler before, and he was a captain for the Seattle Seahawks last year as well. But all I'm saying is that they added 30-plus-year-olds because they understood if you fit the mold of what we need is leadership, and you also have talent where you contribute to this football team, it can get us over the top. You have been surpassed by a poor franchise in the Washington Commanders, and that should be alarming to Goody. He needs to scratch his head, do some research, and go ahead and make some differences and sign some people.
You actually started scratching your head. Do you want him to scratch it?
It's a head. You got to look back. You look at the Commanders, you got to scratch your head like, how in the hell did they surpass us?
Yeah, you know what this is like? This is like, think of any given company, right? And you got someone that just like plugs away decade after decade. He's there for 30 years, and he's made his way into like a management level, but doesn't do anything really special, just puts in the time, tries to do everything right. That's the Green Bay Packers. But the Commanders are like, they're like the young buck that comes in, and they come up with this great idea. Changes the company, and the guy says, you know what? You're going to lead this division now, and totally passes up the guy that's been there for 30 years. The guy that's been there for 30 years, he's got to look at himself in the mirror and say, I got to do something different. These guys are coming in with ideas, with the ability to think outside the box. If I just keep it thinking inside the box, never going to get to where I want to go. The Green Bay Packers, they got to take a page out of the Washington Commanders book a little bit. I think they look around at each position group and just say, what's our best? What's the best scenario to get better? That could be signing a veteran. That could be drafting a guy. That could be a guy already on your roster, developing them. And they did that seemingly overnight. So given the fact that the Packers, all these years, have double-digit wins since 1991, when the Redskins at the time, Commanders now, went to the Super Bowl, They've had 4 double-digit winning seasons. 4. The Packers have had 20.
Damn.
And the Packers have a couple Super Bowls and stuff, but the fact that you blink your fingers just like that in one season, that all of that, the Commanders have equalized where the Green Bay Packers are. It's discouraging. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for the Packers to, have that sense of urgency that Goody's talking about.
I mean, there is, as Don chimes in, Jaden looks a notch above Jordan, but before we crown Jaden, let's see how he finishes the season and how he adjusts to next season, because we saw what year 2 was like for Jordan Love this year. 800-990-3776, the Carp was talking text.
And C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud had a tough second year, too, I would say, compared to his rookie year.
He did, but again, what they did is they surrounded him with a lot of veteran players. Like Zach Ertz, is he super, super talented now? No, but he can still contribute to the football team. Hell, even bringing in a Marcus Mariota, a guy that's just been, he is a career backup at this
We got Malik.
Okay,
Malik.
I like Malik, but Marcus Mariota, what he can bring is he can bring a veteran presence, a guy who has experience to start in the NFL, and he understands what his role is now. His role is not to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. His role is to get that check and step in when he needs to and help groom Jaden Daniels. They built a team around him to help build up Jaden Daniels. They already had a pretty good defense there, which they added more pieces at the trade deadline when they added Marshawn Lattimore. So you got to give them credit for what they're building.
I am fascinated to see what the NFC North looks like next year in terms of like who's the favorite. Like, because I know the Lions will be, but I would not take that bet just with all the change. The Vikings, the Bears with Ben Johnson, and the Vikings just extended Kevin O'Connell just like 5 minutes ago to a multi-year deal along with their GM. So a lot of things happening within the NFC North, but I'm fascinated to see when Pato puts out the NFC North look ahead and who they think will be the favorite of the NFC North. But you can also go enjoy. You got college basketball galore. You have the kitchen where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy seating for 200 at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. 2,000 square foot video wall. If you're in a rush, they have 20-minute reserved parking spaces, and you can use your rewards card to bet along the way. So build your bets at paysbig.com/sportsbook. We go to Dave in Tosa, 800-990-3776. You're on the Carb List talk and text line.
Hey, guys, thanks for taking my call. Great day for calls, the freezing cold weather.
Yes, sir.
I just kind of wanted to touch on what you talked about with Washington and Jaden Daniels. And it's like, man, dude's a stud, super fun to watch. But how many times have we seen this with rookie quarterbacks? And it's like, it feels like we're at the same level of Washington with the Packers right now. But are they going to be able to do this next year and the year after and the year after? Like, Packer fans were disappointed with how the season was, but they're the youngest team in the NFL. They won a whole bunch of games and disappointing loss in the postseason. It happens, but like, what do the Packers look like in the next 3 years, and what does Washington look like in the 3 years? My question to you guys is, which team would you take?
Oh, that's a doozy.
For the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, who would you take? We'll hit it next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on
ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota. Iota.
Yeah, that's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Gabe Nugent Wetzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X Golf and American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Enjoy daily lunch specials or have an outing with your friends and take in X Golf's full bar and food menus. X Golf AmFam Field is even offering golf lessons by a PGA pro. Everyone is welcome at X Golf AmFam. Book your sim today. XGolfAmFamField.com. I'll see you out there.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. And it is playoff time, now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Prize Picks, the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money. Download the app today. Use code WI. You get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Whether you are a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit our great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Hey, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee with deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music. You and your friends will enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The best place in the world to invest in your health is the Princeton Club with one of their 8 Madison locations and the new Berlin in the Milwaukee area. You can find your better tomorrow, and you will know it the moment you walk in. Get a tour, see all the millions of dollars of upgrades across the club, and then when you remember, you're going to see them continuously invest in the club as well. They have free childcare with your membership. They're open 24/7, and they have something for everyone. So lock in that great rate. Lock it in right now and get started on your health journey at the best place. The cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin. The only place where you want to get better and you will feel everyone getting better around you. That's the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Strophe running the show. 800-990-3776. Our last caller had asked a question. Because obviously, Jaden Daniels has looked really good. Made it to the NFC Championship game. He's a rookie. Who would you rather have the next 3 years? I think the way this question becomes hard is Jaden Daniels is in his rookie year, and if he's playing at the same level that Love was last year, Love signed a $55 million deal, and Jaden Daniels on a rookie contract. Dominic on the east side of Milwaukee. What do you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? I got the Packers all day, man. I got the Packers all day. You know, Daniels is kind of like C.J. Stroud last year. He's hot right now, but he's going to go through a sophomore slump. He's going to hit that wall. But I like our receivers more. I like Love more. Love, people want him to run, but
which receivers do you like, Dominic?
Dobbs is if he can get more calls. Dobbs is really, I think he's elite, man. Like his hands is like he keep glue on his hands, man. He don't drop nothing. And like third down, Dobbs is coming through. Missing Dobbs, and I mean, I like our receivers. Our only thing I wouldn't choose over them is our coaching staff. LaFleur is too flaky, man.
I mean, that is the MO right now on the floor. Not knowing what he is. You can call him flaky. You can call him tough. He's going to be something different every day.
Dan Quinn's a good coach, a culture setter. But, like, they're going to probably lose Cliff Kingsbury here. But maybe not this year, but maybe next year. At least you're never going to lose your play caller. That's the one good thing about an offensive head coach is you never lose your play caller.
If he's good enough to be elite with Jordan next year and take the next step.
That's true. He's got to do that, though. He's got to take that step. The Packers' youth, I think, is what attracts me. They're going to continue to grow. And
you sound like Goody.
I like him. I like those players young. I like to see a young team taking that field.
He was really trying to find a way to thread the
How
needle.
can I say that without being?
I like the young RAF scores.
Yeah. They're very capable.
Kyle, you're in Washington Commander Red right now.
I am in Washington Commander Red, but
more so maroon. Wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Just go with it, guys. I mean, come on.
Brad threw me off when he said like him young. Made me think about Drake and Kendrick. But
put that on me, Kyle.
I'm just saying. But when I think about this, I lean towards the Packers, but it's not easy because at the end of the day, it's all about having a franchise quarterback. And I believe Jordan Love is a franchise quarterback, but Jaden Daniels has shown me that he might be the future face of the NFL. And so regardless of how good Jordan Love is, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, they're a good football team, but because of Pat Mahomes and his simple presence and his leadership, that team consistently is great, plus Andy Reid as well. And so if you have that guy at quarterback that is so great, he's not Tom Brady, but like really, really good, sky's the limit, right? And I feel like Jordan Love still has a lot to show me. So at this very moment, I'm going to say the Packers, but I mean, it's not that far off. And if we
the Packer backers lost his juice.
No, I didn't lose my juice, but the Packers roster isn't better than the roster now. But 3 years from now, I don't know what our roster is going to look like. There may not be one receiver 3 seasons from now. So we're talking about 25, 26, 27. By the time we start the year 2028, there may not be one pass catcher on this roster that could still be on this roster.
I would
Tucker Kraft, maybe.
Probably Tucker Kraft, but talking about the receivers,
yeah, Jaden,
Dominic just call. Man, Dobbs. Okay, well, Dobbs is going into his last year of his contract. If you want to keep him around after this year, willing to pay him $20 million a year? I'm not.
You already know Christian Watson's been hurt.
Yep.
Coming off of an ACL, what is it going to look like?
Exactly.
We've already seen the Rashawn Gary experiment coming off of injury.
And the one thing
ACL, that is.
And the one caller before who asked this question, he talked about we're the youngest team in the NFL because Goody keeps going young. And one thing we talked about last season as we had high hopes for the Packers going into San Francisco, the talk I heard, noise I heard was the youngest team in the NFL doesn't win Super Bowls. That's just the fact of the matter. And so if the Packers continue to be the youngest team in the NFL, history is against them.
Here's the thing that's scary about Jaden Daniels. For the longest time, I felt like all the great young quarterbacks were on the AFC. Here's one that's arriving in the NFC that could really keep the Packers.
I don't like that he brought that up. It's a really good, scary point.
Dare I point out, Ben Johnson with Caleb Williams, Bryce Young got better.
You're so scary.
Don't throw Bryce Young in there
scary
yet.
Yeah, you're scared. You always go doom and gloom.
That's called he's being a spook.
Ben Johnson.
I said, may I point out?
May I point out Ben Johnson's with Caleb Williams? Bumps them. Bryce Young, they suck.
Bumps them.
Bumps.
You know forget them.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Because you're a youngin'. That's okay. You don't know that. Caleb Williams sucks. Yeah, I agree.
Use his own words against him. Very good, Strofe. On Twitter at KBN ESPN, it's a runaway. The NFC North that poses the biggest threat to the Packers in 25. Lions still at 79% despite losing Ben Johnson and likely their defensive coordinator. The Vikings and Bears bring it up the rear at 10% each.
That makes sense. I mean, the Lions still have the best personnel, right? I mean, best O-line, best
getting
D-line.
a lot of guys back off of the IR.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have many free agents. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be on Dan Campbell to replace the coaches, but I mean, they still got the dudes on the field. Personnel-wise, players, they're still the best team.
I think we need to be a little bit more nervous about the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, I'm not going to
Really?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be their quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
Expensive Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold was their quarterback. No.
$40 million a deal?
Sam Darnold was their quarterback this past season, and look what they were able to do.
And week 18 against the Lions, he looked like he never played quarterback. And then same in the playoffs.
Wait a minute, what did he do week 17 against the Packers?
Well, what do we know about the Packers? They weren't as good as everyone thought they were.
what I'm not going to do is I am not going to sit here and not give them credit. They are still a very talented football team. I don't know how good J.J. McCarthy's going to be, but I know how good Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are going to be.
I think if you pointed to Kevin O'Connell, I think that would be a better point, who just signed an extension.
He's still there, so I'm not going to just forget about them.
Strofe got lost in the sauce of our conversation. Coming up next in Beaver Dam is the Damn Sports Show. 100.5 ESPN is Jim, Matt, and Molly. 800-990-3776. Caller 5, since they didn't give a Screaming Sicilian prize pack on Friday. Be quick. Caller 5, 800-990-3776. You're going to like what you receive from Palermo's. I guarantee it. It's amazing. We also have something bad to share about the NFC North and the success of the NFC North in the playoffs. We're back in 2 minutes.
Pretty quiet ride across the area. No delays at the moment. Just a few broken down vehicles here and there out of traffic. So no accidents either. So we're in good shape still right now. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, increasing clouds, slowly warming up. Breezy with a low of 0, warming up to 6 above. Wind chills